What I'm realizing about life is that sometimes we just have to trust in God's timing, right? Not every prayer prayed that is not immediately answered is no. Sometimes it just means not yet. And I've spoken on this before, but I just want to touch up on it again because there's a lot in my life, things that I prayed about, and they weren't immediately answered. And it would cause me to say, well, maybe God doesn't hear me, or maybe he's just, rejecting what I'm praying about. And that's not the case, because now I'm seeing these things pop up, right? I'm seeing these opportunities pop up as far as my purpose goes, and things that I want to do, you could say career wise, and they're popping up now. And a lot of the times we see that happen, it's like, oh, like, why'd I have to wait for it? And it's simply because we may not be ready. We might not be ready in that moment to pursue what God has for us, For example, at my job, back in December, before, we had, not layoffs, but like it's seasonal. So we'll come in for that part, part of that season, and then you take a break and then you come back because I'm just seasonal. So yeah, like I was saying, in December, my boss was talking about, a promotion, to a better position, full-time pay, just because of, the work I was putting in. I had only been there 2 months, right? So that in itself is a blessing from God. And, we had the conversations about that, and nothing really materialized of it. The break came in January, December and January, I didn't have a job, and I was just, feeling hopeless. It's like, wow, I was praying about this, and this opportunity was brought to my attention. So it was something, my God, like, this is great. Like, I want this, and I'm praying about it. And of course, like I said, nothing happened. And it's discouraging in a way. Fast forward to now, I'm receiving that same promotion, that I had to wait for. And it makes you appreciate it. As the season started, it was like February 10th. We'll say the 10th. Just taking more pride in the work I'm doing at work. I work a warehouse job. So, taking that more seriously, and I can see myself being in a bigger role outside of the promotion. Like, since being there this season, at least, it's like people started like asking me for help, like I'm the person people would start going to for, oh, how do I do this? Or what's the right way to do this? And it was kind of like, like it was different. And I'm realizing if I had got this last season back in December, I wouldn't have handled it that way, because I didn't take the job seriously. I was, finding any way to cut corners and things like that. But now that I'm taking it seriously, I can appreciate the position being given to me. Like, it's crazy. Even, like I said, why I make these YouTube videos and being in that, mentorship role and wanting to help people, young people, or just anybody grow in Christ and in faith. I prayed about that and wanting to help people out. And this was, you could even take this back to like last year. I was praying about this, and, nothing came of it in a way. I'll say that, because I did have a job at a daycare. I was able to work with, not just like 3-year-olds, which is what I primarily did, but I got to work with older kids, elementary, middle school kids. And I feel like I left a positive impact on them. So that was just like a little taste. But even now, like I said, fast forward, and I have the opportunity at my church to, work with the teenagers there. They have like a teen talk program. So I attended this training, and now I'm able to, volunteer and help with them. And it's like a lot of the things, like I was saying, are materializing now. In the moment, it was discouraging, but now that I'm here, I can realize why I had to wait. I wasn't ready. And I'm humble enough to say that I wasn't ready. The person I was when I was praying for these things would have not taken the opportunity seriously, I wouldn't have appreciated it as much. And now I feel like the person I am now, and we're constantly growing, we're always growing, but the person I am now can handle these things. And that doesn't mean I'm just going to be perfect at it or anything. Everything has growing pains, right? But I'm just grateful to be in the position to execute these things that I was praying for. And that lets me know that it was truly by God's will and by God's design, right? And that's why it's important for us. This is like a whole, this could be a whole nother video, but it's important for us to follow God's will too, right? We have to make sure our purpose aligns with God's purpose. And you'll know that's true when things start aligning, right? If you're trying to do something and it doesn't align with what God has for you, it's just not going to work out. Time after time again is going to show you that, it's going to feel like roadblocks. You know what I'm saying? Like, why can't I get over the hump? Why can't I get to that next level when it aligns with his purpose, such as the things I just spoke on? Yeah, you might have to wait for it, but you can see how the opportunities line up. You know what I'm saying? And how your growth plays a role in that. So, yeah, this isn't going to be a long video, but I just want to share what's going on in my life for y'all, just to show you, like, what you're praying for will come. It will come to fruition. It will come. You have to be patient, and you have to continue to try to grow in faith. And the reason I say try is none of us are perfect, right? I've even sat up and tried to be like, okay, I'm going to read this and I'm going to do this and you know what I'm saying? And you give yourself a lot. And that's where I found my inconsistency to be. Whereas now I kind of like do a little bit of this and that. I wouldn't call it the bare minimum, but it's not as much as I tried to put on myself before, but now it seems more doable. So now I feel confident in the things I'm doing and how I'm approaching my faith. And now, like I said, the things I was praying for, they're showing up in my life right now. And I can only thank God for what he's doing, what he has done, what he's doing inside of me. Yeah, it's great, man. And just wanted to come up here and share that with y'all. I love y'all as always. Thank you for watching these videos. I appreciate it. I will never stop appreciating it. I don't know what I just said, but yeah, I'm blessed to be in the position I'm in, to be able to help other people, with their faith. I think it's important. Before I just wanted to be like a counselor, help people with their issues, which I still want to do. But now God like sent me a little pivot, and now it's helping people grow in their faith. So like I said in the past video, that's what I'm doing now. That's what I plan to continue to do. And I'm grateful for everything. So yeah, thank y'all for watching, and until next time.